Hello YouTube, I am your host, the Crimson Warrior, and today I'm bringing to you guys my tournament report. And today it was absolutely amazing. I had so much fun. Now, I'll start and preface this by saying I went 2-2, but my games honestly weren't what made today really fun. They were good, and I'll get into it, but honestly what made today really fun was my friends helping me produce content and just making stuff for this channel. It was super fun getting hyped with my friends, doing deck profiles and matches. It was just a really cool experience. The first time I had ever made content at locals or done anything on that scale, so it was a really good time. So let's get into it, shall we? Match 1, I fought against Mystic Mine Exodia. Man, now this guy I know. I fought him before, and he runs this deck like once a month-ish. It's trolly, and I have main deck outs because of him, and it wasn't good enough. So the first game, he had Mystic Mine up right away. I couldn't do anything. He won the dice roll, and was just able to draw and draw and draw until he got to Exodia, and I wasn't able to get to my outs fast enough. The next game, and this was the talk of the tournament for the rest of the day, I side in triple Denko and triple anti-spell fragrance, and I go first. There should be no problem with this, right? Well, I didn't get the Denko and the anti-spell fragrance together, or even right away, mind you. I got the anti-spell frag in my first hand, and I activated it in his standby phase, and he blew it up, but I got another one the next turn, so I finally was able to get him under anti-spell fragrance, but then I was unable to Denko Sekka him, and then when I finally did, I finally get Denko Sekka, my anti-spell fragrance is up, I set 2 cards, one of them being Twin Twisters, so I can pop the Mystic Mine. I should have known he was going to have the out, and I didn't think about Denko Sekka not being on yet. So I activate all of my back row, and he responds. And then I locked myself out for the rest of the game, unable to activate any of my main deck outs because I couldn't set my Twin Twisters, and I couldn't activate my Twin Twisters because of anti-spell fragrance. So that was the talk of the tournament, me hilariously losing to to Mystic Mine because I didn't understand my card interactions. And that was honestly hilarious. That was the guy's one win for the day, so congrats to him. He's a really good guy, and a little salty about his losses for the rest of the day. He got paired up with Sky Striker next, and it was just downhill from there. I was just a free matchup for him because I didn't main deck enough outs, which will be fixed next time with more edits. But my next game brought me to what I fear is one of my worst matchups because I don't understand it, and that was Sky Striker. But the surprise was it was a budget Sky Striker build, so this guy, he didn't have engages or multi-rolls, and he won the dice roll, activated the field spell, I got scared, and then he instantly explained that it's not the Sky Striker I was thinking of, it was just stuff thrown together, and so I was able to pretty much quickly out-resource him. He put up Swords of Revealing Lights both games on me, and I was able to combo off and just spin it away with Heat Leo both times, Heat Leo being the MVP for those games, but that's how that went. It was a fun game. He was a cool dude, just trying to get back into the game after not playing for a minute. Next up, I played against, oh yeah, my friend Christian in the Salad Mirror match. Now, shoutouts to Christian. He teaches me something every time I play against him, and he's the reason I am as good as I am with the deck because I've seen what he does with it, and I've been able to emulate that and been able to think through my own plays better because of some of his explanations. So game 1, he won the dice roll. that makes it pretty and got a good hand, so that makes it obvious where the game went. He got his setup. I was unable to set up, and he just kicked my resources out from under me for the rest of the game. So game 2. We side, I put in the triple Sanctum and the Scythe, and I brick, but I draw the Sanctum, a Phantasme, and I get my hands on a Super Poly. So I Sanctum him, and then I was able to slow down the game state and set down my Super Polys, or my one Super Poly, and Phantasmade him when he finally went into something on his turn. When he went into Sunlight Wolf, I Phantasmade him, and then when he got his Mirage Stalio, I Super Poly'd, and that was enough. Like, I had a terrible hand, but those 3 cards were enough to get me game because he wasn't able to get going fast enough, basically. Then the next game, it was the same story, except for him. He actually got a good hand, went first, and got the Sanctum. So he went first. I was expecting, okay, let's counterplay this, and very quickly my deck just fell apart. He Sanctumed me, and I just passed, and everything fell apart from there. So the only note for that match is Sanctum's too strong, and shoutouts to Christian for teaching me a few new tricks with the deck. I definitely need to adjust my side again after that and get Pankratops back in, because I definitely felt his absence this tournament and would like to put him back in for situations like that. Now, Game 4, now going 1-2, 1 win, 2 losses. I go against Gouki Warrior. A good kid, but I don't think he knew what he was doing in the deck building process, because it didn't really feel like he was ending on anything. Like, his first turn, he summoned a Gouki and set 2 back row. So I just started playing recklessly, basically, because that's what I do against kids. Because if their deck is built for something and I really loosey with my resources, they can actually win the game, and they legitimately win the game because I was being reckless. But he didn't have that, so sadly, like, I just started recklessly using my resources, and I spun away everything with Mirage Stalio and Helios, and then just closed game from there. He didn't really summon anything that I couldn't out, and I was not reckless enough to not recur my board, so I was able to keep recurring my my Gazelle enough to get game, basically. So that was it, games-wise, but that was not nearly the end of my tournament. I traded for a good couple of invoked cards and some staples I was looking for, like Link Spider and some things, and my friends just helped me out. Shoutouts to Raul and Alejandro for helping me out with deck profiles and duel videos. They helped me record some videos to get to you guys, and it was just a really good time with them, figuring stuff out, doing the deck profiles, just having a good time. So shoutouts to them. It was really fun, and I can't wait till the next tournament. And honestly, it's only because of them that I'm able to bring this next week of content with to you guys, because I don't have access to the decks or cards that they do, and so this can bring you guys a fresh perspective that isn't from me, and as well as getting live duel content out, because as much as I want to do Dueling Book or Yugioh Pro, I really don't want to duel online a lot, you know what I mean? I don't feel like the game plays itself for you unless you're on Dueling Book, and then on Dueling Books it's just a million clicks. I like playing in person, I like games in person, so I don't really want to bring digital games, so them helping me bring you guys authentic games is honestly what it's all about for me. So thank you guys again. It was an awesome tournament. Tell me your guys' tournament experience below, what kind of times you guys have had in your locals. Like this video if you enjoy it, subscribe if you want to see more, and tap that notification bell if you want to keep seeing these videos, because it ain't stopping now. Peace, guys.